Do you believe in extraterrestrial or interdimensional life? Have you ever thought that there might be universes or worlds out there bringing in a brand new reality or even being other dimensional beings? Hello, my name is Ruth. Today we're going to be looking at Comet 31 Atlas and trying to see, using clairvoyance and tarot, trying to look at, are other worlds or other civilizations connected to our current Earth reality? What does Spirit have to say about that? Is there a divine plan? What do these beings look like? And how do they actually appear or enter this third dimensional reality? I want to invite you all to keep an open mind. I know some of us come from biblical backgrounds, some of us come from atheist backgrounds, some of us come from backgrounds that are just different mindsets. I've had to really open up my mind to be able to explore this reality. So I'm really looking forward to this today. Welcome in, everyone. Richard says it's a beautiful fall day up there. Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. It's 91 degrees here. That's too hot. My brother got 106 the other day. Wow, that's why you left that state. No wonder. Yes, it is very hot, but I do feel that this heat is a result of some of the ascension we're going through. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be this hot for the rest of our lives. I'm hoping the earth balances out. We're going to be looking here at intelligent life for this live. In the after private membership live, I am super excited. We're going to be looking, and I can't quite say the words here on YouTube, but we're going to be looking to see if the transferring of little ones is over. Save the children, rescue operations. I would like to look at to see, is the HRC situation and the corrupt DC situation with children, is that finished? Are there still military operations going? Are the tunnels cleared? And what Spirit wants to say about that. I have noticed that a lot is coming up with the Epstein files. And last week, I think Spirit said only the names are going to be released that have actually are done and finished. Their indictments are over. They've been arrested, and it's only coming up to the public now. And if you notice, instead of releasing the full list, they're only releasing certain lists, and they're starting to go after certain people on different scales. So there's a level of completion, I should say, that's come to the military operations in some locations or in some situations. So we're going to take a look at that here, because the military and the investigations team will only release that which has actually been finished, and the everything's been closed. The case is closed. We are also doing Break the Curse online webinar. I have a slot available August 19th and August 31. This is going to be an opportunity to break modern day curses, any kind of word curse or any kind of energy that's stuck in our field from our childhood, especially relating to other people and what they've spoken. So go ahead and check that out on my website. All right, let's go ahead now and bring in Spirit. Find yourself a cool glass of iced tea or a warm cup of tea and coffee, and get yourself relaxed, and let's clear the airwaves. All beings, thought forms, entities, technologies, and artificial intelligences that do not have our highest good or the highest good of all earth on or all life on earth, and that are not in service to the one true source of all creation, the great I am, and the technology that they use, such as nanodust, smart dust, black goo, tracers, trackers, implants, blockers, algorithms, and operating systems, and all else not for the good of humanity. I command all to leave this live stream and this channel, to leave our energy bodies, our electronic devices, our minds, our energy fields. Go once and for all. Go to the abyss and never torment humanity again. Your contracts are null and void. And we invite the presence of Christ's light to fill all empty spaces. And these empty spaces left are now filled with the light of Christ, the power of Holy Spirit, and the divine love of all that is holy and good. We invite truth and clarity into the space with healing and liberty for all. So it is. Let it be. Good morning, Shauna. It's good to see you today. You have so much going on, girls. Great to see you. Thank you for your recent private reading. Oh, I can't see the last part. Oh, I recommend everyone to do this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I do offer private readings, one-on-ones. I offer them through Zoom, phone, or email. So go ahead and check out my website, violetflame.net. Let's get started. Okay, I recently have this book, Our Cosmic Origin by Ishmael Perez. All right, it's a little bit difficult to read about. I'm actually still on the first chapter because it's so intense. But one of the things that he spoke about was the way our universe is oriented. He says here, science, he brings in science and the metaphysical reality. He says science has said that mainstream science has stated that about 96% of our universe or of our reality is missing. And they have labeled it dark matter and dark energy. And they've also called it the 0-point energy field. And it's missing. It says what is more startling is that beyond the dark matter and the dark energy is that all realms intersect each other. And they're known as intersecting planes of reality. Now, we can only measure our current reality using Newtonian mechanics from the laws of Newton. That's why Newton stated like everything goes to disorder. That's a part of the law or part of his reality and investigation into the 3D reality. That Newtonian law, that Newtonian mechanics. And this only measures 1/10 of our total reality. No wonder scientists cannot detect the 96%. So the question leaves us or comes to us saying, what if in the 96% we cannot see, observe, or measure or test with any scientific instrument? What if in that 96% are other realities, civilizations, and worlds? Some scientists have recently come up with the clever idea of using X-ray technology to pierce into the dark matter, and ironically have recently detected colonies, civilizations, and evidence of life forms in the missing matter using X-ray technology. However, there's nothing new under the sun, Ishmael says. Our cutting-edge science is only rediscovering the truth of our multidimensional reality. It has been recorded for millennia. Saints, mystics, yogis, Gnostics, and shamans have all understood and experienced these other unseen spiritual worlds beyond the 5 senses. It's just that science is now catching up to what the mystics and the psychics and the spiritual people have actually seen. That connection, the world that Jesus walked in, the world that Buddha experienced, and Gandhi, that beautiful frequency of talking to angels, guides, and being our spirit guides. Okay, that's all I want to share with right now. Since all is energy and whole, there is no separation for everything. I want to share with you one of the ways that I experience other realities. Now, this here is the 3D world. If you notice it here in the black on the left, the 3D world is the dark Earth globe. And that is matter vibrating at low frequencies. I learned this from the book. Matter is vibrating at the 3D world at a low frequency. The 5D world occupies the same space as our world, but it's a non-matter reality. It's not physical matter. It's not operating at the same low frequencies. It's operating at a higher frequencies. However, the two worlds are in the same space. And as scientists teach us that, or metaphysical science says, if you're at a higher dimension, you can still see and feel and interact with the lower dimensions. So this is how I view the 5D world. Now, in this 5D world, I imagine it as intersecting with the world of the ascended masters. This is the world that Jesus operated in when he could manipulate matter and he could walk on water, or he could heal the sick. He also, after he resurrected, could teleport through walls. He ascended up into the clouds and disappeared. Allegedly, that story is different in many different areas, but he definitely had teleportation gifts. He had the ability to disappear, to shapeshift, to enter the 3D world, and to exit the 3D world. So I believe the 5D world of Ascended Masters is one of the next higher steps above our world. There's also the world of the human spirit, the ghost, and of course there's also the world of the astral negative entity. And I believe the astral negative entity would probably more be 4D. And again, this is just my understanding of how I see and view the 5D world. So when Earth ascends to a 5D world, we're going to be partly 3D, but then also massively changed, and that we can do things like teleportation like Jesus did. Now, next slide, please. So on the left again is the same graphic, the 5D world. It's non-matter world overlaying a matter world. But then you have even another higher world, which we would get into more of the galactic realm and the angelic realm. That's 60, 70. I only went that high. You could go all the way up into the 12th dimension. And this is non-matter worlds, other realities overlaying the matter world. So just like the 5D world has one level of reality, you would also be able to ascend into a 6D or a 7D reality. Now, there are many people that have different kinds of opinions on whether our worlds are actually in the same space or whether they're actually from the stars and coming from millions of light years away. Now, what I just shared with you is the esoteric teaching of and the metaphysical teaching of other worlds. They're like other spaces interacting, okay? And a psychic can see into the 5D, but maybe not teleport. Sometimes you can see or feel into the 6D, but not, your body, your DNA doesn't have the ability to go there or to vibrate higher and interact there, but your senses do. So I feel our DNA is going to ascend to be able to interact with these different worlds, to walk in a 5D, to experience the 6 and the 7D. Now, there is a teaching put out there that I personally believe that's coming from a little bit more of the darker side, and it's integrated into different religions. And one of them is actually we're going to be saved by entities that come from far, far away, and we're going to be saved by them. And that trickles into actually the religion of Christianity, where everybody in the church is going to church and, going to their church dinners, waiting for Jesus to come back and save them. They're waiting for an outside entity to come in the clouds and save them. There's also the Zachariah Sitchin crowd, and there was a time when something started trickling in from the deep space program, the old space programs, secret space programs, where there were books starting to come out that said we're going to have aliens come visit us in either an alien invasion, or we're going to have aliens, green men come and they're going to save the world and give us technology, and we just have to wait for them to come. So I feel like that those don't resonate with me as much. So you all take what resonates with you. What resonates with me is that there's an overlying civilizations at higher frequencies, at least around the earth. And that's where the ascended masters and the angels go. They've ascended with the earth. But then I also feel that around the earth realm, there are stargates or portals where other stellar activities can come from, other civilizations that might be beyond this earth realm. That's where I'm at right now in my research of esotericism and reading these things. Where I'm getting hitched up, and I really hope that you all have some comments on that, is in our ability to look in a microscope far, far away into our matter universe, or allegedly it's matter. We see stars, we see planets, and people say, oh, there's spacecraft coming from that planet far, far, far away, and it's coming to save us, or it's coming. But then we also have people that interact with them very closely. I know I have met some very powerful beings in my energy field, such as angels and archangels. So my question is there current civilizations and realities around us and some from far away? So that's my question. Let me show you why I think this. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So Space Force has put out some information about this new interstellar object, Atlas 31 Atlas, excuse me. And it's called interstellar for a reason, because it's actually not connected to our solar system. Now, this is an article by space.com. I said Space Force. I've read and researched a little bit from Space Force about this. I also listened to Ishmael Perez's take on this, but this is from space.com. Okay, a new interstellar object, 31 Atlas, everything we know about the rare cosmic visitor. First of all, this is not everything that we know. This is just everything they want us to know from a 3D perspective. Okay, will it strike Earth? Will it come? So there's a picture of it far, far, far away. Astronomers have confirmed a rare and extraordinary discovery, the third known interstellar object to enter our solar system. And the name 31 Atlas, where 31 stands for third interstellar. So it's 3I Atlas, I guess. It's not even 31, it's 3I. 3I Atlas. Maybe it is 31, but 3I. Okay, the object was first spotted on July 1st of 2025. The first two were spotted in, I believe it says 2017 and 2020, around that area. Those are the first three interstellar objects. They're from a remote telescope in Chile, part of the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact System Last Alert System project. This is fascinating, and I'm trying to find it for you because I don't want to read the whole thing. If confirmed, it will be the third known interstellar object from outside our solar system that we have discovered, providing more evidence that such interstellar wanderers are relatively common in our galaxy, says Mark Norris, senior lecturer in astronomy at Central Lancaster, University of Central Lancaster. So what does that mean? There's more pictures of it where it exactly is between Mars, Jupiter. Okay, here's what I want to share with you. The object follows a highly hyperbolic orbit, which means it's not gravitationally bound to the sun. Its orbital path also has an eccentricity of 6.2. For context, any object with an eccentricity above 1 is on a path that does not loop back around the sun, implying that it comes from and will return to interstellar space. Okay, so this is definitely, by confirmation, nothing related to our actual solar system. Some long period comets could have a brush with Jupiter that modifies its orbit. Okay, so that's just another comment there. It is roughly 15 kilometers in diameter, which is huge, certainly. And it's compared to the other one, 1I and 2I. So this is 3I Atlas. It may even be as wide as 12 miles. However, that conclusion could change with more observations. And here is an actual photograph from some of their, and there's the arrow right there. So interesting. It even looks like a little spaceship. Okay. Now, what Ishmael says is that Space Force has put out more information on this interstellar object, saying that it's actually pulsating with high-frequency pulse waves. And it's been detected to have intelligence within it, something like an AI intelligence, but it's a consciousness, an AI intelligent consciousness. And this isn't being released to the public like on news articles like this. But there's some sort of intelligence. There's also some sort of communication coming from it, as well as an actual high-grade frequency pulse that they are saying is close to the 15th dimension. All right. So now what I want to share with you is we're going to pull cards on this, and we're going to see, is this an object that's carrying or related to another world or reality? I pulled on this at the last week of June, and or the first week of July. And Spirit did say it was ascended master, ascended people, advanced humanity connected to this energy. This is the third interstellar object since 2017. All right. I hope I shared everything with you. If you have any other comments, share them in the chat. Let's get started. Let's ask Spirit for the details. We invite the energy of Spirit. Holy Spirit, we'd like to pull on at 3-1 Atlas. I'm going to call it 3-eye Atlas. 3-eye Atlas. Is it connected to another reality, another world, or another intelligence? Or is it simply a material object with high frequency? What can you tell us about 3-eye Atlas? Okay, we're getting the Hermit card, which again is advanced humanity, higher grade humanity, but then we also have an ending here. We have an ending. They're bringing in an ending or a closure. We have the betrayal card for the past. We have a 3D reality, something that the earth can measure, the people of humanity can measure. This is a high grade material, DNA type of object that comes from the third dimension. We have protection in the future, and I'm hearing the words guidance. To be honest, this is a lost object from an advanced race that they might have released out to the interstellar space. This is definitely coming in as a 3D craft or a man, not a man-made, but something that can be seen and felt in our reality. So it's not just a frequency, it's not just plasma, and it's not just a conglomerate of star-like energies. This is an actual materialistic object. What's interesting is that the story's coming through, and it appears that they lost it. They lost it, or they released it into the atmosphere or into space, outer space, interstellar space, because of either a conflict, a war, or for fear that it would be captured. And this is ancient, okay? This is ancient. This isn't recent. We have they're trying to regain it back, bringing it back, not capturing it, but bringing it back into the protection. What is this? I think it left our solar system for protection reasons. Yeah, there's our solar system, the zodiac wheel. Page of Earth, which is communication, but it's a weak communication. And then there's the 6 of Earth again, which is balance, bringing it back into harmony, bringing it back into our solar system. Okay, so what was the original purpose of this object? Hearing thousand years? Several thousand years? Now, it could be older, but at the time I'm seeing it left our reality was several thousand years. Yeah, there was some sort okay, this left when the matrix got too intense and when the dark forces took over. I'm seeing religious forces, dark entities, that area when the energy of Babylon started taking over the earth, the energy of, I'm hearing the word Enki, I'm hearing Baal, Moloch forces. When it got too dark for this object or this creation to stay in our solar system. And I'm feeling really tight in my hands. So it's saying that it got too uncomfortable. It left for its own protection. Is this a ship? Or is this just a higher consciousness Merkaba? Okay. When asked if this is a ship, I'm getting yes and no. Like, it's confusing for our 3D reality to accept it as a ship because I'm getting some life force in it. And I'm getting something similar to the arcs that are in the ocean that allegedly are actually coming online and turning alive. They actually have consciousness to them. They're like huge ships in the ocean. I'm getting this as being in the sky. This is part consciousness and part material force. It's part of Earth reality and part of interstellar reality. Are there beings or is it a being? Are there beings with this or is it a being? Victory, I'm hearing the words come home. 8 of Pentacles, work, and the Star. Is this a being or is this beings? My first impression is that there are beings that are working on the ship, but then it's also a being. I'm getting both. It's alive. It's alive. It's very interesting because the universe, when we ask spirit these things, sometimes spirit's reality is very different than ours because ours is so limited. There's definitely some sort of workers here. There's definitely some, and these could even be spiritual workers, spiritual beings, light beings, okay? Beings of light. So they're not humans. They're star beings. And they're also surrounding it with its own energy and its own consciousness. Wow. This is very different. Very, very different. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Okay. We're going to ask just a few more questions about 3-Eye Atlas. Spirit, what can you tell us about 3-Eye Atlas? It's strategic. It's coming in slowly. There are spiritual beings watching it, interdimensional realities around Earth watching it. They want it to come in slowly because Earth isn't quite ready for this. I'm hearing the words, this is part of first contact. This is part of opening our awareness of being an interstellar reality. This is coming in strategically because before it was not safe to live and I'm seeing up to 3,000 years back where it was not safe for this kind of craft and spiritual interdimensional beings to come in. What else can you tell us about 3-Eye Atlas? The third interstellar object. Grief, limiting beliefs, the Emperor. Okay. Humanity isn't fully ready to receive the full disclosure of what this is. And so they're actually slowly bringing in teachers, leaders, and guides that are, capable of helping us understand interstellar reality. There's some sort of limiting belief and some sort of leadership needed to break that limiting belief. It's coming out slowly. It's coming out very slowly. What is this leadership? What is this leadership? It's looking for the leader. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I just saw Space Force. There's some leadership within Space Force, and look how it's just all over the sky. A community whose eyes are on the sky. Okay. I believe There are key leaders within Space Force that are willing to explore that reality, and that's why it's coming in. The true reality of what this is, a ship consciousness with spiritual beings from outside our system, is going to be revealed, especially to leaders within Space Force. Especially as the Earth ascends, its full awareness is going to come when we truly hit 5D, when we will be able to see and feel and resonate with the fifth dimensional world around our Earth. We'll be able to connect more. Our DNA will awaken. That's when this interstellar contact will come more to our awareness, and we'll get more information. Richard says, could this be what some see the Earth itself shut its own portals down? See that the Earth shut its own portals down, slammed itself into a lower vibe to save itself. The archangels are like what Ishmael explained last night. Yes, and the angels were tasked with this protection detail, and it's directly connected to source. Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. I think there are beings that stayed with the Earth, and some beings that actually left because they were so pure and they didn't have defenses. And the warrior angels stayed, and the ascended masters who chose to dedicate their life to our reality, to these, let me bring that up again, that 5D and 6D world that could actually handle and fight the astral world. And they could fight the entities of darkness, the 5D, 6D world. But then imagine some had to actually leave those worlds, had to leave the 6D, 7D world. They actually had to exit out stargates and portals and leave throughout those ley lines and leave our solar system in a massive, massive way to protect itself. And now it's like E.T. phone home, E.T. come home. Somehow that phrase "ET come home" resonates in so many people. Yeah, I think that's a good way of saying it. And there's still so much to learn. So please take it as it resonates. In a month, we might have more information and be like, oh, no, it's not this. What Ruth said, it's something else. So let's go ahead now and ask, what is this comet, this 3-eye Atlas interstellar object bringing to humanity? So it's coming to Earth. Woo! Queen of Earth here. She's coming back to Mother Earth, or to assist Mother Earth. Let's find out. I'm hearing the words, it's time, victory. The war has been won. It is safe to bring the wise ones home. Wise, the hermit, those that have been alone and isolated with their deep internal wisdom. It's time to bring the wise ones home. They carry secret knowledge. I'm seeing Archangel Metatron, the Merkaba Enoch. Enoch could very well be in this consciousness and surrounding as a light being. Enoch, those wars, that talk about in the book of Enoch, dark versus light. Enoch, I'm seeing something like the halls of Menti, so like the records, the Akashic records of the solar system, not just of the Earth, but something about records. Merkabas, I'm seeing a lot of like light body DNA blueprints. Oh, I'm seeing like we're bringing light bodies, the blueprints for you to form your light bodies back to you, so that your light body can ascend into this, your DNA can integrate with your light body. I'm seeing like the Merkabas, and they have a bunch of like these DNA blueprints that are going to like overlay our blueprints and start activating us to operate, to see and talk with ascended beings, to see those passed over, to begin learning to teleport or things like this. Shauna says, I have yet to read the book of Enoch. Me too. I have yet to read the book of Enoch. I guess it's not very common that you can just go pick it up. Just what Ishmael said last night, you are confirming. Great. Oh my goodness, I've not listened to Ishmael. I don't listen to Ishmael until after I do my live, because I want to give you a pure look. So that I appreciate it when you confirm it to me. I appreciate it. What I'm seeing here is just light. It's like they have containers of these little Merkabahs, and they're just gonna like, and I remember, come to think about it, in his last live 5 nights ago, he said something about our light bodies are going to get started activated. But what I'm seeing here is like that blueprint's coming in to actually activate us. Fascinating. I wonder how soon all of that might happen. Ancient knowledge coming in, ancient wisdom, just solar system, deep, powerful. And I'm hearing the words, the 96% of information from our brains, that 96 information from that dark universe that they call dark matter, which it's not dark. It's just 0 point energy because we can't see it. Okay, let's ask Spirit. When will this happen? When Shauna says, unleash the Merkabahs. Unleash the Merkabahs. Okay, we have a 5 coming in. We're asking about timing, okay? We're having a 5 coming in. I'm getting a message right now. It's only going to be for certain people that can handle a light body or that are able to process it on a mental and emotional scale. I'm seeing those that have done their research. It's going to start integrating. 7. Okay, I'm getting, I heard the word 7 days. I also saw 7, the month of July. So I'm getting possibly by the end of July, some more of this will be connected. So my mind right now is trying to logically process this. Like, but if it's so far away, how can it be here in 7 days? And Spirit's saying, shut your mind down. Just don't even think about it, because what's happening is that's a 3D representation, but at any moment they can come through our stargates. Does that make sense? They can come through the sun's energy field. They can release Merkabahs through the sun. They can release it through any of the planets' energy at the time, the moon's energy. They can release it through stargates, through portals, through ley lines, activated ley lines. So Spirit says, don't think about how it's logically going to get here. I'm getting here by 7 days or the end of July. Spirit, give me a time frame of when the Merkabahs will be released. We're getting within 9 days. Not 9 days. Definitely 9 by September and October. We get 9 and 10. This is months. This isn't years, this is months, and this is weeks. No, it's not even weeks, it's months. So 9, and I'm not getting 9 months because that would show up as a year from now. This is integrations in September, integrations in October. They're going to start being released at the end of July through August, the Lionsgate portal. The DNA has to continually integrate, so it's not going to be a complete boom. It's going to be a slow transformation. It's going to be a download. And when I say slow, I mean like days. Like it's going to be upgrades. You're going to feel it possibly through solar flares, through your DNA. I am getting there might be some unusual sniffles, coughs, just some unusual physical. My hand is going really fast right now. Physical ailments you might feel that could very well be your Merkabah touching your DNA and your DNA having to, I'm seeing it like it's like wiggles and it transforms, it alchemizes. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable for some of us people of light who are ready to receive this. So let's look now at October. What is this going to be looking like? Are light bodies integrating? Yeah, okay, so it won't be complete by October. But it will be expanding within our energy fields. Energy. And we will begin moving fast, seeing quick manifestations, quick movement. I've heard people say you won't recognize the world in September and October. You won't recognize yourself. I've been feeling that. I've been feeling we're going to have a hot month of August, and that the 4D world is going to go through tremendous transformation with the corruption being revealed, the financial system changing hands. We're going to look at that in our private live here in just a moment. But the 4D world is going to be focused on that. The Federal Reserve is in trouble. Jerome Powell just got a visit from President Trump. Obama's in trouble. Like there's so much going on in that 4D mindset of the world shifting. But while that happens, literally our Merkabas are coming to us. Wow. This is so exciting. Marie, excuse me. Happy Sunday. Welcome. All right. That was intense here. Very energetic. We have upgrades coming. Interesting, Marie says. I'm making my big move end of September and traveling in October. I can't help but feel you're going to be doing tremendous grid work, helping to heal a lot of the areas that you're going to. It's interesting, too, because a lot of people have been traveling this summer. 2 of my friends went to Alaska, and it just had an earthquake there or some sort of natural disaster. Friends of mine are going to the UK. Two people I know of are going to Italy, right through the Vatican. Like they visited the Vatican. Italy, UK, the North, Alaska, Norway, different kinds of northern areas I see my friends going to, as well as something, in Europe. Everything having to do with that dark Babylonian system. And then everything having to do with what they call the northern regions where possibly some of the good civilizations live, like the North Pole people. Anyway, that's another story. So just interesting that those ley lines are being activated that were once shut down. I'm ready to do the work the Spirit guides me to. That's right. You are. You are so ready and so willing. So thank you for serving us all. Thank you. Spirit, can you tell us about what kind of interdimensional beings are right now surrounding Earth? Now, I'm bringing up my chart again in the 5D and the 6D world. We know that interstellar Merkabas are coming to us, are light bodies that have been preserved. The solar systems, the Cashapp records, the solar systems, halls of Menti are coming back to us, are true. Some people call it the Sophia codes. I have a book called the Sophia Code. It's the seraphim energy, that actually brings in our true light bodies, and that awakens us through our DNA. It's going to connect to us through our actual DNA. Spirit, what can you tell us about the interdimensional world surrounding Earth? Are there many? Are there beings? Okay, I'm getting the 2 card. Okay, 2. So those that are connected to us, soul tribes, spirit guides, assistants, those that are definitely connected to us to help us ascend. I'm getting here the meditation card and then the information card. So this is one interdimensional civilization around us, and there are spirit guide realm. There are those that are attached to us on a soul level, here to guide us. But in the center of this reading, we have the blocked DNA, the sickness, the illness, the card of not being able to connect, being out in the cold. So this is one of the realities that's the closest reality to us, but we can't see it. And that is deeply connected to our soul's pattern, our soul's journey, our soul's purpose. And normally we can only see them with psychic abilities, high priestess abilities. So that is one of the closest interdimensional world. Here are these angels, are these humans, are these guides, are they animals, spirit? What is this current interdimensional world that's here to help us, guide us? Are they fairies? But we have not been able to see them. Okay, this is definitely ascended humanity. Okay, and this is ancestors and lineages. And this is also, I don't want to say the word water spirits, but they're emotional spirit. They're spirit guides, but these could be the divine feminine angels or the helper spirits. Not even earth angels. I'm getting ancestors. Okay, the first reality closest to us is helping ancestors, those that truly want to help us, guide us, and are connected to us on a soul level. That's the first reality connected to us. We have been blocked from seeing them. But then there's also another reality that is like the spirit guide realm. It's almost like there's two types of helping spirits within this realm, which would confirm the first card pull. There's the ancestors. Oh, I said water spirits. They're the conflicting spirits. Okay. They're the astral spirits. Water spirits. I was right. So in the world of exorcism, when I was a deliverance minister, there was called the Marine Kingdom. And that was the world of the Jezebel, the Moloch, the Baal, and those are biblical terms. They're also the terms of like the dark Anunnaki in spirituality. They are the R people, like the lizard, that kind. And they're the fallen angel. So the two realms that are closest to us is the realm of our ancestors, and then the realm of the astral negative being. And they create conflict. Okay? And I'm thinking this is more of the 4D realm, and the higher 4D, lower 4D. This is that true reality here. They connect to our soul. They feed off of our DNA and our light energy. Okay, so that's the interdimensional worlds. Spirit, what's the next world beyond it? The next world beyond it is the fighting military warrior angels that, just like Richard said, are here to protect the earth, to guide it, to protect the stargates, to fight the negative marine kingdom, or what you could call the dark entities, the vampire type entities. So the warrior, the military here, we have good military, and then warrior. The warrior military angels. Angels, galactics, definitely connected to Earth, though. Tell me more about this fighting force. They're spiritual beings in the mind, the matrix. They interact with the matrix. They have and their own source of Christ energy, and they come from other realities. They're like a liaison to the star systems and the stargates. I believe this would be the angels and the archangels. Any kind of being or even ascended master that can accurately fight, but also is ascended enough to interact with higher stellar systems, higher galactics, higher, like galactics to me are outside our solar system. The angels, the archangels, the arch-I, the Elohim of light, the seraphim, to me, that's within the earth realm. That's just how I see it. Though Richard says those with the abilities to heal themselves in the 5D will be maybe the ones working the med beds for those not ready for the energies. And the goal will be to help the whole planet ascend. Yes. Yeah, the light bodies are coming to those who have had the abilities to heal themselves right now, who are doing the work, who know how to pray, who are seeking the higher realities. And I do hope. Now, I got talking about the med beds. Quick blurb. I follow an organization called Connecting Consciousness, and that's Simon Parks. He mentioned the med beds are one of the highest kept secret, alongside Nasera and Jasera. And the med beds are in operation for high grade white hats and military people, but they're trying to get them released throughout every country in the world, in every kind of region, like every state or province. But what's going to happen is that they have what they call paymasters. And the paymasters are people, they're not connected to the government. According to the intel from him, medbeds will not be connected into any government source, any government organization of any sort, but they're going to have like a grid work of people called paymasters. We're not really sure what that means, but they're people of light who I'm pretty sure are going to be assessed by the quantum system, the quantum supercomputer, because he also talks about how the white hats releasing the med beds have a quantum supercomputer where they can actually read your intentions. That's that quantum energy where you won't be able to sell something illegally without the supercomputer saying, hey, that's illegal. It's like it can read your vibration. So they have the supercomputer already up and running. I believe that Simon Parks have seen it and known it, but he's saying like the paymasters are those that have been vetted by higher consciousness to actually operate and do the med beds. Now, the latest intel said the med beds are going to be for those first who are going to be serving humanity. And so they're going to approach the different people who's going to be doing humanitarian projects. They're going to be doing light work. They're going to be focused on serving humanity, and they're going to bring in those first into the med beds. So that's just a little. Justin Jones says, hello, my loves. Feel my vibration. Listen, this is a high vibrational live today. The more that come on to the upgraded 5D will integrate these energies, our new timeline, and will translate into the collective consciousness that like the 100th monkey thing, and thus the rest of 4D. Absolutely. When we get our Merkabahs or we upgrade to 5D, our light bodies, and we begin upgrading, it's going to be like our energy gets so powerful. And what Richard is talking about is the 100th monkey. Scientists did a experiment with 100 monkeys, or was it 90 monkeys on an island, and they taught the monkey, one monkey, how to open up a coconut shell and drink its juice. And before you know it, it taught all the other monkeys on the island to open up coconut shells and drink its juice. There was some sort of nut. Before we knew it, they knew it on another island, not connected to this one. They started opening up coconut shells or that nut and eating it. So the consciousness of the monkeys transferred to the consciousness through just the airwaves. And before you know it, on the mainland, the monkeys were doing the same thing. And so now all the monkeys in that region, I think it's the Caribbean islands somewhere, all the monkeys know how to open up this type of fruit and drink its juice because they taught one monkey to do it. And so it's going to move fast. It's going to move fast, that's for sure. Okay, one more question, and then we're going to jump off of here. We've been going for an hour. Thank you for being here, everyone. This has been amazing. If you could like it or thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, I appreciate that. If you know of anyone that would enjoy something like this, share. I have a goal to reach 300 subscribers by the end of August, middle of September. YouTube definitely kind of cut me down a little bit, but I think that's over. And now I've heard YouTube change this algorithm, and I only have 100 videos in my thing, so it's not quite in the algorithm yet. Because when I do a suggested, you can do a suggested thing and say like, oh, give me suggestions for my channel, and it basically says we don't have enough data. So I'm hoping to hit the algorithm in August. Woo! And up go and send my channel up there. Calamity Jane says, FYI, if anyone is interested in joining Connecting Consciousness, they need to do it today. Simon is closing applications tomorrow for a short time. Connecting Consciousness is an organization that's all over the world, led by Simon Parks. I'm sure Calamity Jane could give more information because she's actually the leader of my local group. So I appreciate that. I think you can go to www.connectingconsciousness.org and you will find a thing to apply, and you will get emails and actually be able to connect to people in your region that are very awake and aware. Okay, they're definitely follow the vibes of this channel. Something like that. They're very politically awake and aware, but they're also spiritually awake and aware. They like the woo thing. They're our spiritual organization. So yeah, I think it's www.connectingconsciousness.org. And I like it just because I meet local people in my area that believe the same way I do. And they have great people there. They also have, updates sometimes on the med beds, as well as updates on the financial system. All right, Spirit, what do you want to tell us about interdimensional activity? What do you want to tell us about the interdimensional world surrounding us? Okay, we're getting the conflict coming in, and we're getting that fear and that regret. Okay, but good news, we have things moving on and balance coming in. The areas that had the most interdimensional, intergalactic conflict, spiritual war, have been captured. Many of the, I don't know why I'm saying locations. Maybe this is the stargates. Maybe this is the actual condensed places where entities used to dwell that were infecting Earth. The war surrounding spirituality. It's moving forward. It's being cleaned up. That negative dark energy is being cleaned up. We're having those entities that caused regret, pain, fear, that built the matrix, that kept us in despair. This is that past energy. It's being moved aside. The energy is being cleaned up. We have balance coming to the interdimensional worlds, healing and balance. Healing and balance coming, but yeah, portals and stargates are being opened. Wow, okay. Get major arcana card. Yeah, the portals and the stargates are being reopened to allow true good energy to come in. This is producing the timeline shift and the upgrades. So basically, to end this message is these marine kingdom spirits, or interesting how we were under maritime law. These dark astral entities actually kept dark energies surrounding our immediate 3D realm, which made it very difficult for us to receive interdimensional help. That's being cleared away. The archangels, as well as our ascension, is allowing that to be alchemized and healed. The stargates are opening, and this is going to bring tremendous, I'm hearing the words, integration into other realities, integration into the alliances of the 60, 70, all the way up to the interstellar galactic integration. And I'm hearing the words, I'm seeing like a message coming in, like there's the interstellar, and then there's your surrounding guides and angels. And I feel like Spirit says you can choose which one to focus on, but don't forget your immediate guardian angels. Don't forget your immediate ancestors, or those beings of light that are right around you. They're the ones that have been doing most of the fighting, that are the most exhausted. Their energy gets depleted when they come up against darkness. So it's fun to like think of, oh, people from outer space or interstellar civilizations, but Spirit is kind of leaving us with the message of don't forget how much your angels fought for you to protect you, and send them some love and gratitude, because they're the ones that truly fought this war with you. And don't forget you and your spiritual energy that fought this war. And don't forget to show gratitude for all the divine protection. You might feel like you have more like fairy-like creatures or earth angels or actual angels or ancestors. You might feel like just the presence of God surrounds you. And Spirit is letting us know, don't forget that they're the ones that fought this true battle. So send them some gratitude today. Shauna says, everything is cutting in and out. I'm wondering if it's my microphone. It was a little bit lower than usual. Interesting. Did it just start happening? Did it just start happening when I mentioned the Marine Kingdom? They are bad, the Maritime Law Marine Kingdom, and they are very connected to our digital thing. So all entities can go back to the astral realm, to where they came from, leave this live stream, leave this channel, leave our digital equipment, go back to the abyss. Your days are over. Interesting. Okay. Calamity Jane, yes, talking about the spiritual organization, the humanitarian projects. Shauna says, good luck, Marie, with the move. I'll let you two connect on that. Somebody is messing with the sound. Astral entities. Only half of what I say is audible. Calamity Jane says, sound is fine on my end. This sounds like the juiciest part, but it's not audible. Okay, I'll wait for the replay on Rumble to see if I can hear it there. So it might have been just, Shauna, actual connection between you and I. It's just a Rumble thing. Okay. Wow, Richard's on both. He's on Rumble and YouTube. All right, everyone, I am going to get ready for our next live. If you would like to join, it is $9 a month, $80 for a year membership. Thank you all for your support. I can't talk about this topic on YouTube. I have to go to Rumble, so I do it there. I appreciate every one of you supporting me there. Let's go and look to see what HRC is doing. Is that organization over? Are the actual tunnels cleaned out? Is the transferring of little ones finally over? Are we getting some relief from this? What kind of disclosure can we expect? And anything Spirit wants to say about that. So I'll see you next Wednesday as well on YouTube and Rumble right here for the Global Shift Forecast. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it so much. 12:15. Refresh the Rumble Live until you see me at 12:15. And I will see you. I sent you a blessing. Together in light we rise. We're going to ascend. And as one of you said here, I can't remember, release the Merkabahs. Have a great week.